Hey there, I'm Celia, a French freelance illustrator and full-time designer. Welcome in this new video. It's finally October again, and October means Inktober. So the Inktober is a drawing challenge that has been created a few years back by Jake Parker. The Inktober objective was initially to draw 31 illustrations with ink. It's why it's named Inktober. But through the years, Inktober became something way bigger than just a drawing challenge with ink, and many artists created their own prompt list and invited their communities to join them and to create 31 illustrations, or maybe more, maybe less, during the month of October. So the objective is really to get super creative and to produce a lot. And one of the challenge objective is to become better together. So it's one of my favorite drawing challenge in the year, and I'm super excited to draw a lot of illustration and to be motivated by many artists that are also producing a lot of really great things around the month. So the objective today is to review a few prompt lists together and to choose the prompt list that I'm going for. So if you're like me and you didn't choose your list yet, it's the good time to talk about it together. So this list is actually the official one, the official list of the Inktober. What I'm really liking about this list is the fact that there is a lot of words that are interesting to work with, and a lot of them have double meanings. Something that is not super for me is the fact that there is a few words of action. I think this year is better than the previous years because some of the official Inktober list were full of action words, and it doesn't work well with my style. It works a lot with people who are drawing comics, for example, but it's not something that I like drawing. So basically, I would have some trouble with dodge, probably bounce as well, rush. Something that I like though is the fact that there is a really October Halloween theme that is going on here. For example, there is angel, demon, castles. So I really like the overall theme. And yeah, this year the list is super interesting. If it's your first Inktober and you don't want to go into something too difficult because 31 illustration is really a lot, I recommend maybe starting with a list which is a bit more condensed, or going for the official one but maybe doing a bit less words than 31 because it's a lot. So yeah, this list is quite interesting. So another list which is super well known is the Triptober, which is created by Furry Little Peach. She's a really incredible artist, and her list is always super cute and funny, super good vibe, and the words are also super interesting to work on. So for me, this list is really a go for. If you are a children book illustrator, it's really a list that you want to work on. Unfortunately for me, I would like to go for something a bit darker this year, so there is too many cute things, even though it's super interesting, but I don't think it's going to match with my style. But if it's something that works for you, it's a really good list. Also, the Free Little Peach community is incredible, and everyone is going to support each other in this community, so one of the best community for Inktober. Okay, next list is the Triptober, so it's something created by Maison Tangible and Alice Des illustration. I really like the overall theme. The words are really interesting, so I like it a lot. Something that could be a bit annoying for me though is the fact that there is a lot of environment illustration to do, and basically it's not in my comfort zone to do environment. For the Inktober, what I would recommend is not to take too much challenge at the same time. What I mean by too many challenge at the same time is the fact that 31 illustration by itself is already something really complicated to do, because it's a lot. Even half of that, even 16 illustrations in a month, it's something that is insane. A lot of people are criticizing Inktober because Inktober is super stressful for artists. It's not a good idea to add some additional challenges to this challenge, which is already complicated. So what I would recommend is picking one challenge. So for example, if I'm going for something a bit complicated, a medium that I'm not comfortable with, a theme, or some things that I will struggle to draw, I won't go for 31 illustrations. So in this list there is a lot of things that are really cute, but at the same time some of the themes are going to be super complicated for me. So I would go for something that is more in my comfort zone, even though I'm looking for something quite original. If you want to go for 31 illustrations, you have to find a list that feels super comfortable for you, so you can actually go through this list through the month. Otherwise it's going to be super complicated. And as well, if you are going for something that is completely out of your comfort zone, don't hesitate to reduce the number of illustrations that you are aiming for this month. So the Cursed Relics by Alba is probably one of my fav lists ever. First of all, I love Alba's work. I think she's an incredible illustrator, and she always brings some really interesting lists for Inktober. I think it's the second year or maybe the third year she's creating her own list. So there is 12 drawings to do, which is completely achievable if you are looking for something that is not as complicated as 31 illustrations. I also really like the themes. So it's giving a lot of Halloween vibe, but not in a too basic way. So yeah, I really like this list. The only thing that bothered me with this list is the fact that there is only 12 illustrations, and this year I'm really going for a 31 list illustrations. So maybe something that I could do is to combine this list with other ones, so I'll be able to have a complete list for the whole month. But yeah, I really like this list, so one of my faves so far. So the next list is the Mystical Witchtober by Isabi. So it's a list that I've been created with other artists. It's really cool. First of all, I love Isabi's work, and her universe is super cute and super fun and super witchy, so I really like that. It's also close to my style as well. I like the fact that there is 31 illustrations and the list style is super cool. So yeah, I love the vibe of the list. The only thing that can bother me a bit is the fact that some of the themes are not super originals. So for example, pumpkin, cloud, cats, sun, cauldron. I already drew a lot of those themes in other Inktobers, so I would go for something a bit more original. But I think it could be interesting to combine this list with the Cursed Relics, because this list has a lot of really interesting theme as well. So yeah, I really like this list vibe, and it's one of my faves so far as well. Another list super cute is the Marie Lucia Long list. So this list is super cute. There is a lot of really good vibes and cute prompts. The only thing that bothers me a bit is the fact that we are entering autumn, and I'm looking for something that is autumny. Here we have a lot of sunny days, fun, garden walk, so it's really giving me some spring vibes. I'm pretty sure I won't go for this list because it's not what I'm looking for, but I like the fact that there is 31 illustrations proposed, and also I think it's a list that I could save for the future and probably do it in spring next year, because it's giving me a lot of ideas for spring illustrations, and I would love to give it a go. Okay, the next list is a list created by Keiko, who is a French illustrator, and I love her work. So her style is super childish, super cute. I really love the color that she's using, and this list is super interesting. I really love some of the themes are really original. So, for example, chimera or transformation, it's something that I never seen before. So I really like the fact that some of the themes are really originals. Most of the themes, though, are not that original. So there is some themes that I found in other lists. So most of the list is not too original for me, but I like the fact that there is some original themes. It's a bit too childish for me, I think, so I probably won't go for this list, but I really love the energy of this list, and I think it could work for some of you. Next one, we have the Inktober by Sarah Maface. I really like the fact that there is only 16 illustrations, so it's something that is quite achievable for beginners, for example. I like the fact as well that there is a really strong theme, which is the object. I also really like the object that she chose because it's something that is quite original. The only thing is maybe it's a bit too repetitive. So personally, I really like to draw objects. I could guess that some of you are not that fans of objects. So yeah, it's really interesting and I really like this list. Then we have the Doodle Day list by Elo Lovey. So most of the time I really like the Doodle Day list. This one is going for 31 illustrations and I see that there is a lot of super Halloween-y themes. I really like the fact that the theme is so Halloween-y, but something that bothers me a bit is the fact that most of the themes are not that original and I already draw most of them. So something that is really cool for a beginner is the fact that this list is covering a lot of Halloween theme. So if it's your first Inktober or your second Inktober, you can totally go for it. And if it's your style as well, because you have to pick a list that match your illustration style. But yeah, for me it's a bit too repetitive, so I think I won't go for this list, even though I like some of the themes. Okay, then we have the Drawtober list. So the Drawtober is always something quite short, but super, super original and interesting. So this year we have 6 prompts. It's 2 weeks with 2 prompts and 2 weeks with 1 prompt. I really, really like it. I love how the themes are creating some little scenery. It's a really good list, and if you don't have much time, or if you want to do 6 illustrations with a lot of details in it and spend a few days in each illustration, I think this list is perfect. The only thing that bothers me is the fact that I don't like to draw scenery, and it's super short. 6 illustrations is way too short for me. Something that could be interesting though, you can draw 1 illustration per day, but using the overall theme. So for example, for the moth-bitten library, you could go for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 illustrations on this theme and draw some books, some moths, some cute little details in the library. I think it could be a good idea as well to go for that. I think I'm going to save it for later because I don't want to spend that much drawings in the same themes, but I really, really, really like this list, and I will definitely use it later. I think that each year I'm saving a tons of lists and I'm loving them, and I'm saying that I'm going to use them later and never use them, but I hope I won't lie this time and I will actually use them because it's really, really cool. I absolutely love this list. And that's it. I think we reached the end of the list that I wanted to show you. So basically there is a lot more list available and shared by illustrators on Instagram. So don't hesitate to find some new list on Instagram as well. Personally, this year I think I will go for the cursed relics because I really love this list. And as I can't choose other lists because all of them are really great, I think I'm going to mix the cursed relics themes other lists. I'm not going to focus on one list this year, and I hope it will be okay and that I will be able to finish the 31 illustrations. So good luck everyone for this year Inktober challenge. Don't put too much stress on you because it's just a drawing challenge and the objective is to have fun and to progress. So yeah, I hope you will enjoy this year challenge and I'll see you soon. Bye!